We live, we live.
All right, we live, baby.
Hey man, say man, it's the King Deontay from Design Customs. But today we back with another message to the people. But side man, we got the King Shinobi.
King Shinobi of the Shinobi podcast. Happy to be here with Mr. Design Customs himself. As you see, we got the Shinobi podcast merch, baby.
You see it?
We got the gold and we got the black. See it big on the back. You guys need to get you one. Remember, go to designcustoms.net where you can order your Shinobi apparel. Look on the whole site. There's a lot more that you can order. Go check the site out. Go check out everybody's merch. Go buy some of everybody's merch on there. All right?
Support everybody.
Support the movement, baby. Support the movement as a whole, man. We ain't in this shit for ourselves, man. We spreading the wealth. Whenever we get it in our hands, we invest in it, and we making things happen, man, a step at a time.
Getting the game, giving it back, taking it in, and keeping everything moving. Today's message is kind of about like moving, stuff like that. Since most people probably don't know, I moved from North Carolina to Florida it's been about a year now. It's been 10 months. So think about it, time's been flying really. So it's like I moved away like I said 10 months ago. So I've been home, but haven't been home that much. So it's like thinking about it, like been gone for 10 months. It's like time's been moving quickly. Things been picking up. Life's like changing. So it's like just adapting to the new environment and everything. So it's been good though. But like I was saying, that's kind of like the message of like movement, getting out on your own, stuff like that. So the first question is, when you first moved, what was like your reasoning for moving, and like was there anything like holding you back from moving?
Oh man, we're gonna dig deep. I'm glad I went into this blind. Man. What made me move? I can honestly say it was an awareness of my surroundings.
Okay.
I saw what my mom went through, being in the working class, and I was seeing the results. I was keeping my eye on the results of that, and I slowly started to think to myself, like, going into the workforce isn't the thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't for me.
Although, I'm still technically in the workforce, even though I have a pretty cushy gig.
Right. He says pretty chill.
But yeah, man, there was always something in me. I guess you could call it like an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
Like, and when I was a kid, bro, I was a stubborn kid. I didn't want to listen to nobody. I wanted to do shit my own way.
Yeah.
So I kind of already naturally had that mindset of, I'm going to go fucking do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew it was going to be hard for me to work with people.
Yeah.
I ought to work for people, not work with people.
Work for somebody. Yeah.
So when I actually got into the workforce, it was revealed that much more to me. It was almost like it was like a confirmation to what I was feeling.
Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to have like a boss over me, or somebody feel like they have
and not even just
over
that.
Me.
And not even just that. Not just having a boss, and not just the authority aspect of it, but I would keep my eye on the people who were in it before I was in it.
Yeah. See how they
just see now, and I would really I'd really be aware and pay attention to, when we had conversations, what they would say to me, how they would feel, what their temperance was like, what their emotions were like,
how they body looking,
looking. That was a biggie, and things like that, and I kept an eye on these things, and I pretty much told myself, I don't want this for me.
Right.
So keeping an eye on those types of things, growing up, it made me want more, and it made me want to go further, because I knew there was more.
Yeah.
Out there. It's just something that was telling me, bro, there's more than just this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's more than just the typical way of life, and the things that people just spill to you because people spilled it to them.
Right.
Your parents told them something, so now they're telling it to you, even if it might not be relevant within this time period that we in, because
right, life's always evolving, constantly changing.
Yeah, because like, think about when I was growing up, totally different time from when my mom was growing up. So a lot of information she was giving me and my siblings, it was just kind of like null and void because like we in a different time period.
Right.
You know, when it was relevant in your time period, it was relevant, but now that shit, the society and everything has bypassed all that
Right.
and moved forward, and we got to figure out a new way. But there was still some things that you could take from that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like the
saying?
work ethic and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. There's a lot of things that you could take from that. You know, and that's a big thing I took from my mom was the work ethic. I've never had I've never been lacking in that area. You know, and
Yeah.
honestly, I'd be pushing myself too hard a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And now at this point in my life, I've gotten a lot better at resting. It still don't stop my fucking mind from going.
Right. Always constantly thinking and thinking
Yeah.
about new ideas.
Yeah, but I'm always thinking of like, because I'm a creative person, so ideas are always flowing. I'm always thinking of creating something artistic or something of value.
Yeah.
I want to create shit that's valuable to not only myself, but to other people and to people, even people that I might never even fucking see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I could spread something out or radiate something out that's fucking valuable, I want to do that.
Just
You know
giving
what I'm
off
saying?
that good positive energy.
Yeah. You know, the reason why we doing this right now.
Right. Giving
You know what I'm
off good
saying?
energy, good vibes, giving a message to y'all.
No doubt. But I saw that growing up, man. I was, bro, I had a keen eye as a kid, man. I was always looking at shit, looking at the results of shit, looking at what people were going through, and I was always looking like, okay, soaking it in. You know, soaking it in. I wasn't one of those kids that was just running around, you know, like not paying attention, just you know what I'm saying?
Just out living.
Yeah.
But just careless with what they doing, I would say.
But I was always keeping my eye on things, man, and I knew there would be a point where I was going to have to go.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to have to leave everything that was familiar to me, everything, all my comforts.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to have to leave them. I knew I was going to have to go places with people that I didn't know. You know, I knew I was going to have to, you know, adapt to new places and new cultures, you know, because we speak on cultures like internationally, but there's different cultures within the United States.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to one city or one county and the culture is different. You know what I'm saying? So I had to adapt to, I had to know I was going to have to adapt to new cultures. So I was really setting up my mind to deal with these things because I was going to leave regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you talked about like the things that could have held me back was the fear of it, the fear of not knowing what was going to happen.
Right.
The fear of, you know, was I going to be knowledgeable enough? Was I going to be strong enough? Was I going to be smart enough to actually make something happen?
Right.
You know, because you always think about when you leave home, you always think like, man, if I come back, I'm going to feel like a fucking failure.
Right.
If I come back, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely crossed my mind before. Like if I quit, like I have to go back. Like dang, I told everybody I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that. Now it's like you back? What happened? Like so, you definitely don't want to have that feeling like of quitting or anything like along the journey. Cause like I'm only like I said, I'm only 10 months in, so it's like I have like not saying like I have like thoughts that I want to quit, but it's like came across my mind like you know what I'm saying. Some days do get like, hey, I messed up on another shirt. Like, am I doing this right or is it like you know say what am I doing wrong? But it's like along the way you still gonna have to like learn, mess up. It's not like every day is gonna be perfect. So like you still have to get through those days where it's like even though you are continuing to grow, you're gonna have like small setbacks, major setbacks, you never know. So you have to like come to accept that those are gonna come.
And you have to be willing to get over those humps.
Yeah.
Accept that they're gonna come and then don't let them crush you when they happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, when you give your all into something and it's not going the exact way that you planned.
Yeah.
You running into roadblocks and shit like that, you know, you can, if you don't have the heart for it, you can easily be like, maybe this wasn't meant for me.
Yeah.
But like, no, it is meant for you. That's why it's hard.
It's just giving you a little bit more challenge. Like you need to push a little more. Something deeper you need to dig into. Like maybe about yourself, something about your business or whatever it is you're trying to get into. Something that you need to find out a little bit more about. So it could be more about yourself, like more discipline. You need to learn something more, do a few more tests, more practice runs. You might need to study harder. You never know. So you have to really look at where you at, like along your journey. Like I said, I'm only 10 months in. You've been moved out what, like maybe 10 years ago? Or when was the first time you moved out?
When did I move? I think I moved out in 2010.
That's about 14 years.
Yeah, 2010, I went to Cincinnati, lived there for 5 years, and then ended up making my way to Naples now. What's that, 9 years in Naples now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
14 years.
yeah. So I'm glad I left when I did, like early,
Yeah.
because I feel like if I would have waited any longer, I probably wouldn't have left. I probably would have got like so entrenched in being back home and the comforts of home and everybody around, and
Yeah.
in a sense, it's like, okay, I got a crutch to lean on, you know, if I need to.
Right. It's like I can fall back on my friends or my
Yeah,
family and stuff like that.
but I had to really sit with myself and tell myself that, bro, you got everything you need to do this. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't even know what's coming ahead. I don't even know what the fuck is in store.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was just willing to go and to go for it. I was willing to get past all those fears and doubts, because I had a lot of fear and doubt, you know, and dealing with my mom. My mom didn't want me to leave, you
Yeah.
know.
You're like, no, my baby.
So it's like, you know, you deal with things like that. It's like, damn, I'm leaving everybody. I'm leaving my mom. But, you know, as a man, I can say specifically for men, it's like, bro, you got to go out and see what you can make of yourself, man. You got to go out and get challenged. You got to put yourself in the face of challenge, man, and see what the fuck you made out of, bro.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about what you can prove to yourself. I've put myself in a lot of fucking situations where now I really trust myself and I don't doubt myself for shit.
Yeah.
Because I've been through enough things and I'm still fucking breathing here right now to be to quit. I could never fucking quit now.
Right.
I've already forged such a fucking iron will. Quitting is not a fucking option.
Right.
Like even saying that word right now, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, I don't even want to say it.
I just threw that out. I just threw that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So I just had that courage to get over all those things that would hold me back. Fear, doubt, family, you know, people trying to hold on to you, people that don't believe in you, you know what I'm saying? Feeding you that shit. So at the end of the day, you gotta get by yourself. You gotta talk with you, whatever God that you worship or that you believe in. Y'all need to talk, have a good talk together, man, and drown out everybody that's feeding you their version of the story. You know what I'm saying? And figure out what you want. And, you know, people can support you or not, man, but the ones that will support you, stick with those people. Keep them around. The people that don't, hey man, you gotta you gotta leave that shit behind, man. Even if it hurts you, you know, it might be your parents, it might be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever means a lot to you. That could be somebody that doesn't support what you're doing, man. But you gotta X that shit out, man, and go for what you need. Because at the end of the day, it's about your happiness, and
Right.
you know that's paramount over everything. Is your happiness and what you're doing and what you want to contribute to the world and to yourself and, you know, to your family or whoever you care for. You know, that's what really matters in the end, man.
Because you're going to have to look back and be like, I didn't go for this because so-and-so said I couldn't do it, or I let fear get into my head. So you're going to have to live with the resentment of yourself of like, oh, I didn't go for my dreams because I thought this was going to happen, or I thought somebody was going to judge me. And then it's like you look, like you get later on in your life and it's like you see other people that went for their dreams and goes like, why couldn't I have the courage like them? Then you start resenting other people, or like I said, resenting yourself because you didn't go for what you wanted to do.
Because those people dealt with the same thing.
Yeah.
It's always going to be in everybody's life, man. If you're going for something, especially if people don't understand, they don't have an understanding of what you're doing, they're going to fucking veer you off in some other direction that they think you should go, man. And can't listen to that, man. You gotta listen to yourself. And like I said, that voice of the creator, whatever you want to call him, like
Right.
you need to get in tune with that, man, because that shit ain't never gonna leave you astray. You know what I'm saying? People will leave you a fucking stray, you know, but you gotta listen. You gotta listen to that higher power, man, and go for what you know is, for one thing, go for what you know is right, and go for what you feel in your gut. Like, I'm supposed to be doing this, even if you don't understand why you should be doing this, but you like, I need to be doing this.
Right.
Keep fucking going with that shit. I don't give a fuck who say what. You know what I'm saying? Keep going with that, you know. But yeah, those are some of the things that held me back from leaving, and those are some of the things that helped me take that leap. You know,
Okay.
because it was hard leaving. It was
Right.
very hard leaving.
All
You
right.
know,
Kind of, I was about to say it was hard for me to like make up my mind like when I wanted to move, when like I was kind of like you said, like if I would have stayed, probably would have got comfortable with like where I was at. I was working a decent job, making good money. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Once you get, especially if you get a good job or you start making like good money, you might like get determined from like, not necessarily determined from your dreams and goals, but the job might become so comfortable. It's like, okay, you start slacking on your dreams and goals and not necessarily like using your job to like boost your dreams. Like we was talking about the other day, how like your job could be like your first partner or something like that, your partnership. Like if you do have a good job, use your job to not just like use them, but like use your job to like boost yourself. That's what you're there for anyway, to help yourself like maintain and grow. So it's like actually use your job not just to pay your bills, eat and live. Actually use your job to like grow yourself, like grow your business, grow your hobby, whatever it is you want to do.
And that's a big message for people who are in a job and they feel like they stuck.
Yeah.
And they feel like, oh, I'm just gonna be here. And they're in this routine of I go here every day, I come home and watch some fucking Netflix and
yeah, play the game, whatever the case may be.
Play a video game or whatever they doing, whatever whatever their fix is, and then I go about it. You can get caught up in that. So that's a big message to people that feel like they stuck, man. You gotta have a good relationship, whatever job you're in right now. I don't care where you working, bro. I've done everything. I've worked at Dunkin' Donuts. I've been a mailman. I've worked for FedEx. I've been a painter. I've been a cashier at a grocery store. I've stocked grocery store shelves. I've done every fucking thing imaginable that you could do. And, and I'm real grateful to be in like a good spot right now, and to be able to be doing what I'm doing and cultivating that relationship with my current job. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't want to be there forever, me and my current job, we have this great relationship because not only do I know the end goal or what we're striving for, but now my occupation does as well. So now it's almost like we in this marriage together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they got a full understanding. So now I can go into work not dreading working for somebody and all this. Is like, no, I'm gonna do this for the time being because I know it's necessary. I wasn't born with a fucking silver spoon.
Right. I know it ain't just gonna be handed to me, so I know I have to work at least for something.
Exactly. And going back to that work ethic, I know I'm gonna have to fucking work for this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not just gonna fall out the sky and drop in my lap.
Exactly.
I have to put one foot in front of the other each day and keep on working.
Because it ain't equal opportunities for everybody. You born into what you born into, bro. You born into what you. That's another message. Like, you born into what you born into. So don't compare yourself to other people, because you are who you are. You are where you are because you're supposed to be there. And if you don't want to be there, like, figure a way out, man. And it ain't gonna be no overnight snap of the finger type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, put your feet on the ground and go get it, man. Go get yourself out of there. And in the process of that, you can show all the motherfuckers around you that think they stuck.
You can keep going.
You show them that you can keep going. Like, when they see you doing it and you came from exactly where the fuck they came from.
Right.
Exactly where they came from.
It was in the same spot, just like might have been just a year ago, maybe 2 months ago. You never know. It could be like, we was here, like, say, whoever the case may be, say you started like today. And then a year from now, people gonna be, okay, how'd you get there? How'd you do this? How'd you do that? It's like, I just started. You know what I'm saying? Easy to seeing the post is like either tomorrow, like either day one or either today or day one, something like that. So like people saying like, oh, I'm gonna start, like they say I'm gonna start tomorrow, or why not just start today and then continue tomorrow?
Yes, man. That's another, man. This is just message after message. That's another thing. You gotta start, bro. Just fucking start, man. That's the biggest leap of all. When there's no start, there's no finish. There's no path to go on if you don't start.
Can't look back and be like, oh, I came this far or anything. So it's not like, well, you can have those memories like to look back like, okay, I was starting here, now I'm here. It's like, okay, now I see the little bit of growth I've done or a large amount of growth. Like every growth is like, it might be small, it might be big, but it's still growth. So you have to look at it like 1% daily is better than 0%.
Mhm.
So as long as you're getting those 1% wins each day or each week, you know what I'm saying? You have to look at it either on a weekly basis, depending on what you in. You might be like, say if you're doing like t-shirts, podcasting, your views might be growing weekly, not just daily. So you have to look at how did you do last month or compared to
Mhm.
this month. It's like
Mhm.
you have to actually look down and break down each day, each week that you're doing stuff. So it's like you might not have done nothing got nothing done this week, but over the whole month you did like a whole bunch. So it's like
Mhm.
me 1 month of rest, 1 week of rest, and then like or a few days, and then like all those other days you was doing stuff. So you have to really look at what you got done and what you're getting done.
And stop judging your progress.
Yeah,
Stop telling yourself this is only a little bit
yeah,
or this is a lot. It's like no, every single day that you putting it into something, that's something, bro.
right,
That's something. That's something that it wasn't the day before.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't judge yourself too harshly, man. Like take those wins. I always say celebrate those little wins. Every win that you have, celebrate that shit, man. Every single fucking one. I don't care if it looks small or seems small to you. Celebrate that shit, bro.
Because you're gonna be your biggest critic at the end of the day. You're gonna be judging where you think you're going hard enough, where you need to do better, slow down. Because everybody out on the outside has their opinion. Oh, you doing great. You the best there is. Or you ain't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gonna have an opinion. But it's like you have to come to agreements with yourself where you at, where you going, and what you need to do to get there.
That's a big thing you just said, man. And it always comes back to self, bro.
Right.
That's what it always comes back to, man. Because even though we have friends, family, colleagues, whatever, we in this fucking journey on our own.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's what you got to focus on, bro. You focus on this motherfucker right here, bro, and everything else will
Come to you.
gravitate towards you, man. It,
Focus on the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said.
like, bro, I'm telling you. And when you see that person in the mirror, speak that fucking person up.
Right.
Don't down yourself. Speak yourself up, man. You're gonna become exactly what you tell yourself and what you think of yourself. That's what you're gonna be. You know.
Speak life over yourself and over others.
Hmm.
Growth, abundance, happiness. You gotta
Yeah.
really speak those things to yourself. Like I was watching a video saying like if you keep on, I think it says it's like 3 minutes, you get that your body produces dopamine from after thinking about stuff so much.
Hmm.
So it's saying like if you just constantly think about negative stuff all day, like your overall day is gonna be negative, or your overall mood is gonna be negative, bad, or whatever the case may be. If you like just sitting there constantly thinking about that one thing or just negative stuff overall, period. So like whatever you're constantly thinking about, consciously focusing on, that's what you're gonna get. So
Hmm.
if like you always focusing on the negative in your life, that's all you're gonna see is the negative that you got in your life.
But that's what you're feeding your energy
Yeah,
into. Whatever you feed your energy into, that's what you're gonna produce. It's really that simple, bro. It's really that simple. And you can always reflect on your life and see how you've been guiding that energy. If you keep running into roadblocks, if you keep running into the same cycles of bullshit, you gotta change
right.
something up.
It ain't like it's nobody else's fault. It's yours, because at the end of the day, you the one that has the power to change stuff in your life, because you the one that's controlling it. Basically,
Hmm.
you the one that has the power to either keep going this direction, keep going down a straight path, or veer off. Because we all have the power to like either push ourselves or hold ourselves back. We the ones that's doing it, and then our environment helps it, like impacts it as well. So it's like if we're in a good environment that's pushing us to grow, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're gonna have no choice but to grow, or you're just gonna be looking left behind.
Hmm.
And so you're gonna have to like either grow with the people that's growing at that same rate, or you, like I said, you're gonna fall behind, or you're either gonna be in a group that's not growing, and then y'all not gonna go anywhere, and then you're gonna see others going past y'all.
Hmm.
So it's like really the environment, one, the environment you're around, two, your own actions, and then kind of a little bit of where you come from. It teaches you like the base of what you do, like how hard you work, what you think you need to do in life, what you should accomplish, the things like that. So like those are like three things that depends on like how hard you work, what you want to work towards, and stuff like that. Okay, and then the next question is like since you have moved away, how often do you either get to go back or like talk to family members and friends that you have from back home?
Man,
Like, or how often do you get to talk to them? And then from like since then how has it changed?
bro, I can honestly say after being away from home for so long, I've really become a little detached.
Yeah.
I've become detached from home. I've really been able to make home wherever I'm at,
Right. Right.
you know?
Not just one location.
Yeah. Um, back home, and we're from North Carolina, everybody. Shout out to Hickory, shout out to Charlotte.
You know it.
Where was I going?
How often you talk to people from back home, or
Yeah,
how
I
has
was
it
thinking
changed?
about detachment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've really discovered, and this has been with just like international travel as well, is bro, like really like that old cliche home is where the heart is shit. That's real shit, bro. Because I've been able to, what we say, 14 years going on or whatever,
Yeah.
like I have been able to create an extensive family or accumulate an extensive family
That's
through
yeah.
this.
That's not blood.
Yeah, that's not blood. And even people that aren't blood, I'm closer with a lot of those motherfuckers than I am with people that are my blood. And
Right.
that's just how life go, you know. Um, but I don't visit as much as I would like to. I look at North Carolina as my roots.
Yeah.
If I'm a tree, North Carolina is my roots. That's what I come from. That's what raised me. That's what built me up to a certain point.
Right.
And then, if I'm this tree and I'm growing from those roots, at some point, I'm going to have to start to expand. I'm going to have to start getting branches and smaller branches and expanding out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
connecting to other root systems that are close to me and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as my roots, I haven't visited as much as I would have liked to.
Okay. Because what I've been, like I said, I've been going 10 months. I've only been back once. I've only been able to go back once. I went back for my grandma's birthday on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only time I've actually been able to go back. You got to think like me figuring out like now since I moved, it's like everybody has life to deal with, life they going through. Everybody got jobs. We don't all work the same schedule. So it's like even then when I was back home, it was like still kind of hard to like hang out with friends. It was like I got to see them on like the weekends because we all had jobs, we all working, we
Mm-hmm.
all growing. Now it's like people starting families, so it's like now they really focusing on themselves, they family, stuff like that. So it's like you have to really think about it, like you said, at the end of the day, you in this like by yourself, but it's people. They're going to be people there to help you, but it's like everybody won't be there at the end of the day because it's like
Yeah.
they focusing on them, they trying to do better in life, trying to grow. So it's like you just got to be able to like try to get in contact with each other as much as you can. But it's like it's not gonna be every day or every week. Sometimes it might be like 2 or 3 weeks. You might go out talk to somebody, but it's like as long as you know on in your heart you wishing them well and you want the best for them and the best for yourself, that's all you can really do.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I can't call you every day, it's not like I can tell you, oh, I wish you well. So it's like you just gotta have that energy with you, like I'm wishing well for them, even though I can't talk to them every day.
And it's up to two to maintain a relationship.
Right,
It's not up to one person to be checking on one person. Like both people got to give effort to maintain relationships, man.
right.
No doubt.
A back and forth communication.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's like I'm just like say if like I'm just checking up on you every now and then, it's like if I'm just checking up on you, you don't check up on me. It's like okay, after a while, if I stop checking up on you, do we continue to talk or
Yeah, yeah.
do we just fall apart? So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like where I feel like most people's relationships kind of go sour or fall apart because they don't. It's not like a two-way street of
Yeah,
communication. So
no
it's kind of
doubt.
like a one-person thing. Like, oh, I'm trying to communicate with you, and then I'm always the one hitting you up, and then
Mm-hmm.
after a while, you don't hit me up. It's like okay, well, I'll see. Like, it might be like I'm gonna just see when you gonna hit me up, and then it might be never again. You never
Yeah.
know,
And it's gonna make you feel some type of way,
right?
you know?
But it's like everybody going through life, so it's like I was saying, you can't talk to everybody every day, so you can't really hold resentment or like
Mm-hmm.
grudges against anybody if they don't hit you up. It's like we all dealing with life. You never know
They
what they
doing their
going through,
thing.
right?
Yeah, that's a biggie. That's another great message right there. People are doing what they gotta do, bro. And they can't halt shit for you.
Right.
They
Can't
can't
just stop everything to
Yeah,
make sure you good.
exactly. They can't respond to you when you want them to respond. Like people are going through things, man. You got to get out of this selfish mindset thinking that shit revolves around you
Right.
because it don't. You know what I'm saying? We all in this shit together. We gotta share this shit together.
Like
You
we
know?
all dealing with our own little world, but it's a whole bigger world outside of us. So it's
Mhm.
like you gotta really focus on getting yourself together, then helping others around you. Because if you ain't got yourself together, then you can't help nobody else. You
Mhm.
just depleting yourself, trying to fix everybody else up.
Yeah, man. So I can definitely say, especially with like friends and stuff, is like back home. That's almost like non-existent. Like the people that I grew up with,
Yeah,
it's almost non-existent that I talk to those people.
yeah,
You know, and it's not for lack of anything or any certain situation that tore us apart or anything. It's just life happens and
right,
motherfuckers move on, man. And the thing is, people are gonna prioritize what they want in their life.
right,
You might not be a priority. You may be one, but you might not be high on the list
right.
in some people's life. You know what I'm saying? And
Or it might not be as high as you think on other people's life.
exactly, yeah. You might
So,
have this perception of where you think you might supposed to be,
right,
but bro, where you are, that's a different reality. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it comes back to self, man. Focus on your shit and what the fuck you got to do, man. Like, don't worry about what nobody else doing. Worry about what you doing, the people that's around you, helping them grow your world. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And if your worlds happen to come back together with those people again, then cool. But don't force the issue.
right. Don't force yourself in no situation. Let, you know what I'm saying, wherever you go, you gonna fit. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to force yourself to be in no room that you don't feel like you deserve to be in. And if you are in a certain room, that means you deserve to be there, whichever rooms you are in. Unless you're trying to like I said, trying to fit yourself in a room you don't deserve to be in. You have to
Yeah,
like really know where you feel comfortable, where like you're accepted at too as well.
you gotta be authentic, nigga.
All right.
You gotta be authentic. The more authentic you are, the more bullshit that you just get out of the way up front.
Right.
And then you really find out who fuck with you, the real you. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to be the real you because people that's gonna fuck with you for real, they gonna fuck with you. And the motherfuckers that ain't, they ain't. And whatever.
What's that Bernie Mac quote? If people don't like you being yourself, fuck them. That's what he said.
Straight
So
like that.
if people don't like you for being you, it's not your fault. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's on them.
Especially if especially if you a person that's introspective, you identifying your flaws, you actually putting work and effort into fixing that shit.
Right.
And if people still wanna feel a certain way, fuck them niggas, man.
So hey, all love for me, but you stay over there,
Straight up.
stay on your side, and everything is all good.
It ain't gotta be no war,
Right.
but it ain't gotta be love either.
It's just a mutual understanding. We don't communicate.
you know, stay out of each other's way. You
Ain't
know,
gotta be no harm, no bloodshed.
no sabotage, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay in your lane, I stay in mine. Hey, that's just how it is. I ain't gotta be friends with everybody. I ain't gotta be cool with everybody. Everybody ain't gotta like me. That ain't what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be me.
Exactly.
That's all I can do. You
You
either
gonna hear
go,
me and see me. You don't like what you hear and see? Change the motherfucking station.
but you tuning in anyways because you want to hear something. You want to get that message. So hey, keep the hate on the other side of the screen. You know what I'm saying? And we all good.
We ain't about that.
It's all love from the heart.
We ain't even on that. But if you get out of line, nigga.
Hey, just know I'm gonna protect myself. You know what I'm saying?
And my people, homie.
But we ain't promoting violence. Respectful violence. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then somebody need to get punched in the mouth. So
sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary.
sometimes you gotta get hit in the mouth so you learn your lesson.
Hey,
But
sometimes pain is the best lesson. That's that instant. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
right. Change the mind real quick. But what would you say is the biggest 3 lessons you learned from like moving or just traveling in general?
Oh, fuck, man. Breaking down that into 3, that's like a fucking thousand item list right there. Shit, man. I've learned that you have to believe in something before other people do.
Yeah.
You have to really show people you believe in it before they believe in it, you know. And that's big with, you know, growth of, you know, take us growing a business, for instance. Like, if we aren't out here wearing this,
Yeah.
you know, showing people, like, how are they gonna believe in what we're doing?
Right. We don't even believe in ourselves.
Exactly. You know, and that's something I've learned, you know, just, you know, traveling domestically and abroad, man.
Yeah.
You gotta believe in yourself and what you can do, man, because, you know, like, say for instance, you go to another country, there might be a language barrier, you go back to not knowing anything, and then you find yourself back home and you're like, you know what? I went over to this fucking foreign place, foreign people, and I still survived.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I made it back on my own 2 feet, did whatever I needed to do to make it back, you know, and it gives you more of this belief in yourself and what you can do, bro. It pushes you further. You know, going back to proving things to yourself, man. You prove things to yourself and ain't shit nobody can tell you, bro.
All right. The only person you need to prove something to is yourself, because at the end of the day, you all you got. Like, you want to definitely like try to prove something to your family or your parents. I would say, like, the main people you try to prove something to. But it's like at the end of the day, your parents not gonna live your life for you or walk the life that you gotta walk. So it's like you gotta be, because like you said, what your mom went through like in the workforce is like that wasn't for you, but she had to go through it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like she might be like, okay, you need to go into the workforce, but that's not what you want to do. So it's like if you at some point you're gonna be upsetting your mom because you're not going through the workforce
Mm-hmm.
or it's keeping
Mm-hmm.
through in the workforce. So it's like you can't try to always like it, make the exception for everybody. So it's like some people you're not gonna be they're not gonna be happy with the decisions you make. And you have to accept that. It's like, okay, I made this decision for myself. This is what's good for me. And I
Mm-hmm.
have to accept that decision.
No doubt. No fucking doubt, bro. I'll say another thing I learned, a big thing, man, is you gotta make relationships, bro.
Yeah.
It's a must, man. Everywhere you go, make relationships, talk to people. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers, man. Don't be afraid to initiate. Start initiating conversation, man.
I need to do that more, definitely.
A lot, bro. You'd be surprised how much people are willing to fucking talk to you.
All right. How much game they willing to give you.
Yeah, if you just make a comfortable space for them.
Right.
Comfortable space, comfortable energy. Be approachable. You'll be surprised the relationship that you can make by just changing up those small things. You know, those things that appear small,
All right.
but they make this big world of difference. You know. So relationships, being able to talk to anybody, you know, that's just helped tremendously. That's definitely helped tremendously in business.
Yeah.
You know, like say if I want to partner with somebody, or you know, I need to go talk to somebody else that's an owner, somebody that's on, you know, that same level. Is like you can talk to anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can go in a room, you can blend in
Like you like
anywhere you go. You
right,
know?
like you were saying, like being able to when you get into a room, know that you actually deserve to be there and actually
Yeah,
fit in a room,
yeah.
and not necessarily like doubting yourself or anything when you do get in certain rooms. If you feel like you're somebody like, if you just now starting a business, you get in a room with somebody that's been in business maybe 10 years. If y'all in a room together, that means you're supposed to be there. There's something you're supposed to get from that person, learn, or you know what I'm saying, some type of knowledge or information you're supposed to get from them.
Let's see if I can brighten this bitch up. See, these messages done cut the lights out.
You know, and trying to put us in the dark, but we still shine.
Especially that gold Shinobi podcast t-shirt that y'all
This
need to go
shit.
order on designcustoms.net. Hit us up on Instagram. Remember, check out the Shinobi podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube.
Just know these the shirts are soft, durable, and it's gonna keep you cozy.
No
Remember
doubt.
that.
No doubt.
You want to hit the gym, you want a podcast in it,
Eeh.
you know what I'm
Can't
saying?
really see us in the dark, but eeh.
You just follow along.
We might have them fitness videos coming too.
But to wrap it up, the last question would be is what advice would you have for anybody that's looking to travel, like across the country or just move out on their own?
Number one, go get your passport.
Passport.
Go to the office, and it don't cost a lot. well, the passport was maybe like 100 something bucks. I can't really remember. But find out how much a passport is. Go get one. You go to I think it's the clerk of courts you go to. So go to one of those places in your area. I don't know if it's like you guys have like a town hall or whatever. But find out where you can get your passport. Go get your passport, sign up for it, pay for it. And then from there, set a destination. You may have a lot of destinations in your head. Set one destination, put that in your mind, and start to work towards getting there. You know what I'm saying? Find out how much plane tickets are. Find out where you're going. Do your research. Read about it. Watch YouTube videos wherever you're going. You know what I'm saying? Get as much research as you can about it. And then pull the trigger, man.
Don't let money stop you either. Do not let money stop you from getting out and seeing the world. Because you can save up for a trip. You can plan for a trip. As long as you really want to go, you're going to make it happen.
No doubt.
Because whatever it is you want, if you really want to get to it, you definitely going to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have that want, that drive. Don't just say you want shit. Go get it, man. Show that you want it. Because, you know, if you really want something, the world's going to test your ass to see if you really mean what you say. So mean what you say. Say what you mean, you know, and get it done, you know.
For sure. Really want to achieve the goal that you're trying to go to, or want to go to that place and actually, like you said, set that date. Like you might be next year, but at least actually save up. That way you can save up, know what everything's going to be, how much it's going to cost, and then you can have that day already planned. Like, okay, I know this day I'm going to be going here, and then it's going to be a good time, or whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of trips I want to go on, and I know they won't be till next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you doing, bro?
Okay. Like you said, you just got to plan those days out. Plan it with your work, with your job, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your money right first, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, make sure your money is good before you try to just go out and take trips. Or you're going to be, come back from the trip broke. You might have a good week or so, then come back to a bad month. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your money is right first before you do anything.
Yeah, don't just go out and enjoying the trip and come back crazy. No, like you got to come back to this world again.
Right, like you might go over there for another world for a few days, but you know, make sure your money right.
Make sure it's right, man. Like put a budget away, just a lot money, whatever you can throw in there. This is the travel. This is only going to travel, man. And then you know when it's time to travel.
Go enjoy
you got
yourself.
this whole accumulated thing. You like I put this away specifically for travel. So if I spend every penny of this, it wasn't anything I wasted. It wasn't anything that I dipped into from my fucking rent and my bills.
I ain't have to take a little bit of my savings to get it, to do this.
Exactly. You know, like do it comfortably. Travel comfortably, man. You know, because when you want to travel, you don't want to have no limitations.
Right. You want to be able to do everything that you're doing, or you see everybody doing.
You want to go experience some shit. You know. So yeah, think about that budget, man. Travel budget.
If you're moving out for the first time, don't be afraid. Take that leap of faith. You can do it. All you got to do is just put one foot in front of the other and just keep going every day. Because at the end of the day, there is no real destination, because you always want to keep growing, keep evolving. Once you hit like, or let's say I want $1 million. Once you get $1 million, what's next? You just going to quit?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you hit like, oh, I want to get this house, this car. When you get it, what's next?
And I was just thinking about that a couple of days ago. I'm like, you know, I have all these things that I want to achieve.
Yeah.
But I know once I achieve those things, there's going to be more life to live.
Yeah.
Life is going to go on. And life's not just going to be, just going to stand still just because I achieved, you know, what I look at as my ultimate goal. So it's like, now I'm thinking like, fuck, when I achieve these things, what the fuck am I going to do after that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm to set another goal. So like, that's a good thing to keep setting goals once you do hit your goals. Like I would say, like, take a day or two to really soak in what you accomplished. But then you have to remember, life keeps going on. So keep setting the goal higher. Keep on pushing for greatness. Because like you said, the life's going to continue to grow. So you might get stuck in that little moment of comfort. Then after a while, that comfort is going to start to hold you back. So you have to keep on growing and keep on evolving.
Mm-hmm.
But
man.
Like I said, make sure your money is good before you go traveling. Or before you even move out too, make sure you have enough finances to move out. Because you may go broke in the process. You never know.
I think next episode you should tell people how you were able to move, like the financial part.
Yeah.
I think that would be very beneficial for people to hear that.
Okay. Yeah. I can definitely do that.
You know.
I definitely had to plan this out. I didn't just, oh, today I'm gonna move and then I'm gonna figure it out then. No, I had like a set plan. But you know, we gonna get more in depth in that. You know, so we gonna break it down for you.
Give you some time to think about it.
Yeah. But with that being said, it's another message for you. Remember, keep focusing on what you're doing. Keep pushing. Keep giving positive energy to those around you and for yourself. Because you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you need that positive energy for you as well. So don't just give your all to everybody and not give none back to yourself. Get yourself together. Help those that's helping you and around you, and then keep on pushing forward.
Yeah, baby. It all starts with you. Remember, if you're not full, you don't have anything to give anybody else. So make sure you fill your tank up before you go giving fuel to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Keep yourself together. This is your message. We out.
We out, baby.